Hello, YouTube, and especially Lashid4u. I just got through viewing your video on fake Michael Jackson fans. Now, I have to agree with you on this. I think ever since the passing of Mr. Michael Jackson, he's getting all this love, and of course, because he is this iconic figure, many corporate and television stations are singing his praises and, of course, profiting off of him. In addition to that, it seems everybody is suddenly a Michael Jackson fan like they were for a long time. Now, I'll admit to you, I am still a Michael Jackson fan. I've liked his music since, well, as a little kid, I remember growing up hearing Thriller and We Are the World. But like even in high school, when everybody else was listening to like Bone Thugs and Tupac and Biggie, and groups like 702 and Missy Elliott, I was listening to the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons and his Off the Wall album, and I was listening to his solo works even with Motown, like when he sang Ben and when he sang Got to Be There. So, and I even watched The Wiz like a bunch of times, and I even enjoyed a lot of his work. So I like his stuff. Even to this day, I'll go on YouTube and look at clips of him and his family singing on the Carol Burnett show, and look at him singing, when back when the Jacksons had their own variety show, and it's kind of funny seeing Betty White standing next to Michael Jackson, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, I understand what you're saying. When he was going through his trial, when he was going through all of his drama, nobody was there for him. It seemed everybody was making jokes about him being a child molester. I think we saw a T-shirt where it was Missouri Western, and it says a picture of Michael Jackson, and it says, "I'm a Mo-Wester," as in Missouri Western, but of course they were making fun of Michael Jackson. And what I find interesting is that too often the media, and maybe if you've seen some other videos, I get off on the media, but the media has a tendency to want to shock you and sensationalize everything. So of course, it's no longer trial by jury. It's trial by media and public opinion. And more often than not, many people that are accused because of media and newspapers and other stuff, excuse me, the accused is crucified and hung by the court of public opinion. They're crucified and hung in the court of the media. They're not hung properly by the law if they are guilty. It seems the media loves to just egg things on. I remember being in high school, 8th grade, going into high school, and even into 10th grade, when the whole OJ trial was going on. They just kept covering it and covering it. And even when OJ made his escape in the Bronco, the fact that they preempted programs to show the Bronco, which I thought was horrible. It was a travesty. I'm like, you interrupted a program for this. This wasn't a serious event. This was a celebrity escaping justice. But that right there told me that the media is all about shock and schlock. They wanna shock you to watch these trials. The fact that the preliminary hearings were on television. This horrified me. This was like, can we just let the man have his trial, guilty or innocent, let the jury try him? Don't let the public try him. So it's our fault for consuming the nonsense of the media, and it's the media's fault for publishing it and putting it out there. But then it goes back into the which came first, the chicken or the egg thing. Is the supplier guilty for supplying to the ones that demand it? Or is the demander guilty for asking for the supplier to supply it? So we have, and I think culpability lies on both sides. In the words of the prince in Romeo and Juliet, all are punished. So, with that being said, I'm with you. I think a lot of people have jumped on the Michael Jackson bandwagon, and they let the media tell them what to believe, instead of, hey, this case has nothing to do with us. This case has nothing to do, because children get raped, exploited, molested every day in your own neighborhood. But don't nobody say anything and try to go against that. But when a celebrity does it, and again, this is our worship of celebrities. We put celebrities on these high platforms and pedestals like they're supposed to be these shining examples, when in reality, that celebrity is just as human as you and me. Now, yes, the celebrity has a responsibility to try to live a better life because he's in front of the public eye. But for real, you shouldn't be looking at the celebrity like they're the be all end all. The guy can sing really good and he's done some humanitarian things, but don't make this man into a god. That is idolatry. You know, so yeah, whatever you believe about Michael Jackson, that's your business. But don't come off like you were a fan the whole time. I mean, Lashid, I give you applause on that. I give you props for saying that because there's too many folks that jump on a bandwagon. And it seems in this country, I don't know about any other country, but I noticed that people tend to jump on bandwagons because everyone's doing it. Let me jump on this bandwagon, even if maybe I don't agree with what they're saying on that bandwagon. So I do like your video. Now, there have been some conspiracy theories regarding the death of Michael Jackson. Some do believe that it was a part of a plot to get him out of the way. Who knows, you know? I am reserving judgment on that. But you have made a good vid, and this is something just to think about. Like, why do we wait for someone to die before we show them love? Whether it's a celebrity or whether it's someone in our own lives. So I think your video just brought up a lot of things. Just a lot of things. Like, why do we wait until someone dies to go, hey man, you know what? That guy was a really great guy. Instead of, hey, you're a great guy while you're standing in front of me to hear it. We give flowers, we cry, we pray prayers. But when they were here, we kind of brushed them off. When they were here, we kind of did this to them. Like, yo, man, go stand over there. I'm not really ready for you. But when they die, now all of a sudden, oh, they were the greatest individual alive. I wish I had them back. So people are funny that way. I just chalk it up to humanity's wackiness and iffiness and capriciousness and whatever nesses I can come up with. But again, good video. And I do want to thank you and peace.